I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Star.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. The men and women of PBSO work hard every day to protect and serve the people of Palm Beach County. We train and prepare for every situation, and that includes an active shooter event.
You know, there's a saying in law enforcement and the military, the way you train is the way you're going to act in real life scenarios. So what you're going to see today is how we train for these active shooters. And it doesn't matter if it's a church, a school, a Walmart, a private building, a courthouse. The concept is the same. So we train like this so all the disciplines work together. Obviously, the most important thing is the first responder to get in there quick and neutralize this problem. Most of these things happen in less than 7 to 10 minutes. But if for some reason it gets extended, we want to make sure we have the right resources, everybody's talking to each other, everybody knows what to do. It's too late to start thinking about what to do when the incident is happening. That's why we train very hard. We train with all of our partners, and we make it as real life as we can, because we don't have to sit there and think of what to do. It's going to automatically kick in, and we're going to do the right thing. So I think you're going to enjoy what you see. It's ongoing training. We don't do this just once. Everybody knows their place. Everybody knows their role. Hopefully we never have to use it, but if we do, we're ready to go.
Today we were running multiple drills with road patrol and dealing with an active shooter, a large-scale active shooter at a church and a school on this campus here at Trinity. Active shooter is somebody that is actively shooting and trying to kill as many people as possible.
The primary is to do what we call the rescue task force, and that is recovering people who have already been injured due to the event and getting them to the next higher level of care as soon as we can.
Unfortunately, it's a reality. At some point, the Sheriff's Office and Palm Beach County Fire Rescue is going to have to deal with an event like this, and as we prepare for it, we can get better and better at it.
From 1999, it was all about active shooter response. And then law enforcement and fire rescue came together and said, look, we have to now focus one area we have not paid attention to is the recovery and treatment and fast action to recover people. So we designed a rescue task force used across the nation.
Police department, they go in, they secure the scene, fire rescue comes in, and we secure the patients.
It's a unified training between law enforcement agencies and fire rescue.
It helps us by the two agencies working together and learning how one another react and respond to active shooters and have a successful mission.
The scriptures say the Lord's people perish for a lack of knowledge. So we want to prepare our people, our teams, our safety teams, to be able to protect the people.
Dispatchers have come up with a role-playing scenario, if you will. They will dispatch it like it's real.
It's kind of like organized chaos. Everybody is getting calls left and right. You have your dispatchers that are doing their thing on the radio side, but it's organized because we have phenomenal supervisors that come in and take control and take command and do the.
Deputies will respond as if it's real. Dispatch is giving them information that they would literally get during an actual call that they would have to deal with.
It was actually great training, some of the best I've probably had since I've been here. Complete chaos. First team went in, they neutralized 2 threats. I went to the church.
We went through an array of emotions. Our adrenaline was at a state, it was high, and then a state of confusion, and we had to work together and figure out what somebody else is thinking, and it was actually a great experience to have in terms of working well with your coworkers.
Gunshot to the upper right leg.
And trying to figure out how to solve the issue.
We're training also for command and control, so command from both fire rescue and law enforcement must work together at the speed of an active shooter event to get the rescue task teams formed and deployed throughout the event.
In this training scenario, there's several things that we've worked on that we've seen that we need to improve on, and that's the whole purpose of this training.
We find what works and what doesn't work, and we're fine-tuning.
We don't look at a pass or fail in these type of events.
We're very thankful that the Sheriff's Office allowed our team to train with your guys.
We're looking for thinking outside the box.
How you feeling, sir? Keep walking, almost there.
And tasking with a mission and getting the mission accomplished. And the mission, very simply, is to do the most good for the most people in the shortest amount of time.
The Palm Palm Beach County Sheriff's Foundation held their annual luncheon at the National Polo Center in Wellington to award scholarships to students from Palm Beach County for college.
Welcome to the 9th annual Mallets and Chuckers Scholarship Award presentation.
People like to come out to this event, but they also like to see what we do. This is a chance for them to get an up close and personal look at things that the Sheriff's Office does. It's one of my favorite events because we're going to help a bunch of kids go to school that maybe couldn't afford it before.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's Foundation is all about positively impacting the community by meeting the unmet needs that are identified by deputies and PBSO in the community, and also by unmet needs by the budget of Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office.
You're making a difference in the community. That's why this event is one of my favorite events, because seeing the look on these young people's face is incredible. And that's because of the hard work of the foundation and everybody sitting out here that reaches in your pocket and says, you know what, I'm going to make a difference back in the community. I'm going to give back because it's been good to me.
Paris is a member of the Key Club. What better way to impact the community than help our youth in the community get funding to continue their education beyond high school? And our program is very, very unique. These young men and women that are applying for this scholarship not only can apply to a college, but they can also apply to a trade school, which we think is very important to help rebuild the trades in our community.
We'll be attending the University of Central Florida.
I'm so grateful for the scholarship. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate this officer for nominating me to get the scholarship.
This scholarship means a lot to me. I'm truly blessed to receive it, and I'm glad I received it in one of my hometowns. And I will be using it to further my education in criminal justice and hopefully work for y'all one day.
This scholarship means a lot. It takes some of the added stress off of my mom's shoulder to help me pay for school, so this is a step closer to paying for my education.
And with this scholarship, I will be going to Georgia State University and majoring in nursing.
Go to FAU for nursing, and I'm going to probably use the money for my books.
Going to Florida Southern College and studying biochemistry.
Further my education at the University of Central Florida, where I plan to major in marketing.
To start as a pre-vet at UCF, and then I will later go on into vet med.
Eventually, I would like to be able to, come back to the community with the civil engineering degree and just really help it grow as it continues the need for it.
Now, some work in our schools. Members of PBSO visited Glades Central Community High to teach students the importance of safe and responsible driving. We thank everyone for having us and being such a fun group. Make sure to stay safe and buckle up. Our deputies from Lake Worth Beach participated in a Lake Worth High School project to inspire and prepare our young people for a successful future in a global economy. Together, we believe in the power of public-private partnerships to transform education and expand economic opportunity for all students. PBSO had the privilege to join Coral Reef Elementary School for their Vehicle and Career Day. Great job by our deputies, canines, and volunteers for spending the day with the kids. We had a blast. School crossing guards play an important role in our community by protecting children who walk and bike to and from school. To join the team, visit our website at pbso.org and click on the Careers tab and then Apply Now. At PBSO, we remember Deputy Sheriff Kevin D. Matthews. Deputy Matthews died in the line of duty more than 30 years ago. To serve and protect was his oath. To honor him is our duty. Back in 2002, we lost Deputy Donald Chevault, who tragically suffered a fatal heart attack following a challenging arrest attempt. We honor his dedication to protecting our community. 31 years ago, Deputy Sheriff Anita Pospisil was killed when her patrol car was broadsided by a truck that had run a red light at the intersection of Jupiter Farms Road and Indiantown Road. We honor and remember her service. Back in 1963, PBSO Sergeant James Fogelman was killed in an automobile accident while transporting a critically injured child to the hospital. To serve and protect was his oath. To honor him is our duty. It is with great sadness we announce the passing of retired Deputy Sheriff James Oljanixak. He was a veteran, a firefighter, and a retired lieutenant from the Ocean Ridge Police Department before coming to PBSO. We also announce the passing of retired Deputy Sheriff Ronald Simmons. Ron retired from PBSO in January 2014. We're keeping his family and friends in our thoughts and prayers. Recently, students from Frontier Elementary School visited the Law Enforcement Memorial in Washington, D.C., including the daughter of the late PBSO Sergeant Jose Antonio Diaz Ayala. To honor and remember our brother, the school arranged to have a wreath present. We thank the school for such a thoughtful deed, and we remind the Diaz Ayala family that we will never forget Sergeant Diaz Ayala's ultimate sacrifice.
So today we're here to talk about securing your home while you're gone on vacation or out of town so that it is not an opportune target for burglars and thieves. Well, if you're going to leave on a vacation, you're going to be out of town for any length of time, you want to make sure that you make your home look like you are still there. Some of the ways that you can do that are to make sure that when you're gone, someone continues to cut your grass. Keep the house outside look like someone's still there. Part of that would also be if you get newspaper delivery to either stop the delivery or have your neighbors or someone pick up the newspaper and bring it in, or put it out of sight so that people driving by couldn't tell that there was an accumulation of newspapers in the driveway. Along those lines also goes with your mail. Either have your mail delivery stopped or have neighbors pick up your mail. Get the automatic timers for your lights, which will turn your lights on and off at night while you are away so that it looks like there's activity in the home. One of the other things that you do, especially in this day and age with the prevalence of social media, is you don't want to post on social media that you're going on vacation, because sadly to say, sometimes burglars aren't going to be people that you don't know. They could actually be someone on your friends list. Have secure door locks on your home, and if you have an alarm, make sure you set your alarm and have that monitored. I think most alarm companies, you can call them and let them know that you're going to be on vacation, so if the alarm is activated, that they know you're not there. Some of the other things that you can do are video surveillance cameras. Make sure everything in your house that's of value is secured. When you're out of town, have your neighbors look out for your home. The bottom line is you just want to make it as hard as you possibly can for the burglar to A, get in your house, and then B, if they do get in your house, to get your stuff and steal it. PBSO wants to make sure that when you leave on vacation and you come back, that your house is just the way it was when you left it.
Welcome back to Behind the Star. PBSO is hosting Jason Lehman from the WYSM training. The classes are intended to improve communication, build trust, and make encounters with law enforcement safer for everyone.
So I'd make an arrest, and when I arrested somebody, I put them in handcuffs. Do you remember your last ACT course or arresting control course where you put your hands in handcuffs and you're like, get me out of these things, because it was harder to breathe? Handcuffs aren't built for comfort, but we need them. And until we can find something else that's safe, we're going to keep on putting that pressure on people. I get it. But I never thought about that pressure. Never bothered me. So Why'd You Stop Me is a program designed to increase trust between police officers and community members. Our program is designed to help people seek to better understand those that they may not quite understand in an effort to reduce acts of violence between police and the public. And we do that through an empowerment training system which trains both police officers and community members to a similar message of peace. We want everybody to understand that these people are the force multiplication system. They're your backup, not a deputy. I can prove it time and time again. They are your backup. And unfortunately, in some of the inner city communities, until you get to know them, they will cuss you out, but they are your backup. I was a police officer in Long Beach, and as a police officer in Long Beach, I got myself into some trouble early on in my career. Working and operating in what some people would consider that gray area of in or out of policy got me into trouble, and I was unfortunately disciplined, or fortunately disciplined. The truth was, I was breaking down a community that I swore to uphold and protect. And as doing that, I had to learn the hard way that when we treat all humans the best, we have a bunch of great outcomes. And so I was able to convert and be able to treat people the best.
Many are called, but few are chosen. The reason few are chosen is because few step up. But you guys are the ones that step up. That's why you're here. You have chosen to step up. Now you're no longer the same. You're no longer the same. You hold the standard.
Charles Miles is one of our community champions, and what Charles does is he takes his experiences that are different from the experiences of a police officer, and he explains to police officers what the community perspective actually looks and feels like. It's really incredible to have a community member in the room because that community member hasn't learned everything that a police officer has. Therefore, the community member is able to act in different ways.
Because if you become empty in all these things right here and you're trying to help people, from an empty place, what are you giving off? You're giving off that emptiness.
And when engaging community, which is his primary responsibility, he shows community members the importance of giving police officers a little bit of leeway and allowing them some time to explain themselves.
The reason we do this thing right here for our procedural justice is because if we can remember to hold on to these pillars, we'll be more fair in how we deal and how we help people.
We were able to answer their questions in an efficient and ethical manner, put them through some scenarios that showed them what it was like to be in the shoes of a police officer.
Your goal in this is that in being a police officer is that you're going to make a decision on what you're going to do to me.
And help them to better engage law enforcement as a partner and not as an enemy.
How are you doing? I'm well, sir. Thank you.
So it was really cool to get them to understand a little bit more about our protectors and our protection system that we're providing through communication, and it was really an awesome experience.
And because I almost hit you, I want to get out to apologize.
Being in the room, interacting with each other on a personal level is a big accomplishment. Just getting these people to volunteer their time and come in and spend a Saturday with us doing this training is a big accomplishment and a testament that they truly are community leaders.
The overall goal of the program is to engage in more peace, to help one person at a time, to go out there and be human, to be kind, and on both sides, just not let people take our kindness for weakness.
This training is all about bridging the gap between the community and law enforcement. We want to build trust.
All right, ma'am, everything checks out. Thank you for your cooperation and, by the way, for letting me know about that weapon there, okay?
Thank you so
You
much.
drive safe, no problem.
You. Have a good day.
You too, you're good to go.
And to see how to come together so that at the end of the day, in all of our millions of encounters, everybody goes home safe.
I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, and I'm pleased to announce that text to 911 is now available in Palm Beach County. Even though this technology is now available, it's important for you to still call when you can and text when you can't. And here's a few things you need to know about text to 911.
When should you text? Texting to 911 is an option for individuals that are deaf, hard of hearing, have a speech impairment, or in an emergency situation where a voice call is not possible. With texting to 911 now available, why is it still so important to call? When seconds matter, a conversation is the best and fastest way for a dispatcher to retrieve and deliver life-saving information. There is no replacement to the calm voice on the other end of a line in a true emergency. How does it work? Your phone must have a data plan that supports texting. Find the text icon on your phone. Tap New Message, type 911, no space or dash, in the To field. Make sure to include the street address, city, and/or town. Include the type of emergency, police, fire, or medical. Currently, our system is not capable of receiving photos or videos, just plain text messages. Do not send a group text. And do not use acronyms, abbreviations, or emojis. 911 responders will reply to your text. If your text didn't go through, you'll receive a message letting you know.
Also, remember that calling or texting to 911 when it's not an emergency and it's on purpose could be a crime. It can distract attention away from people who truly need help. Don't text and drive ever. And lastly, please remember, call when you can, text when you can't.
For more information on Text to 911 in Palm Beach County, visit us at www.pbso.org/text to 911.
Now on Behind the Star, we honor Major Darlin Morris, who oversees 400 staff members in corrections.
I am one of two majors in corrections at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. My name is Major Darlene Morris. I've been with the agency for over 30 years. I love working for the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Department of Corrections. I supervise over 400 staff members. I am the commander over the support divisions. So, in 1987, I was looking for a job. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office was hiring, as well as the U.S. Postal Services. So I applied to both. And I was going through the process with both the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office and the Postal Service. Wasn't sure which one was going to call me first, but whichever one called me first, I was going. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office called me first. Then I applied myself, took the sergeant's exam, became a sergeant. After that, lieutenant. I said, okay, so let me just see exactly what this is about. So I took the lieutenant's exam, did well, became a lieutenant. After the lieutenant's exam, I was asked whether or not I wanted to become a captain. The motivation force within me that pushed me was my mother. My mother taught me so much. My mother was the strongest woman that I've ever met. She taught me to work hard, to never give up, to set your mind to whatever you wanted to do, you could do it. When you become a supervisor, you become responsible for not just yourself, but those that you lead. Being a sergeant, I loved being a sergeant. I really love being a sergeant because actually being a sergeant is what changed me to being able to communicate with people. And not just the staff, but it's the inmate population as well. To my daughters and all the girls out there in the world, what I need you to know is that you can do it. Don't let anything hold you back. As long as you set your mind to it, trust me, you can accomplish it and you can do it. I almost cried. Mm-hmm. Stop it. Make that difference. Make that difference.
And it's time to take a look at the news and notes from around the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. A big round of applause to our very own Palm Beach County Sheriff District 3 Community Policing Unit from Northern Palm Beach County. They were recently recognized at a community commissioners meeting for their outstanding service. Their dedication to keeping our neighborhoods safe and fostering strong community relationships makes us all very PBSO proud. PBSO recently recognized National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Together, let's make our roads safer by pledging not to text and drive. A huge shout out to this volunteer emergency medical services team who stopped by our West Boca district to express their heartfelt thanks and to share some delicious Passover matzah for the holiday. A huge congratulations to one of PBSO's finest, Corporal Peters, who's been named Corrections Officer of the Year by the American Jail Association. Keep up the fantastic work. Our District 6 PBSO Community Policing Unit partnered with the organization Farm Share to distribute food and essentials to over 190 families. With the support of the Journey Church Serve team, we were able to make a positive impact and bring smiles to those in need. Together, we can make a difference. PBSO is proud to announce that Cigna has selected us as a recipient of their Gold Level Healthy Workforce Destination Award. Our team is being recognized for demonstrating a strong commitment to improving the health and well-being of its employees through a workplace wellness program. In honor of National Puppy Day, we wanted to show off some of our PBSO therapy dogs. Our therapy dogs serve all of Palm Beach County. If you see them out and about, make sure to stop by and give them some puppy love. So nice to receive a fan letter of appreciation for the work done by Investigator Schneider. The writer says Investigator Schneider, quote, helped me during one of the most difficult times of my life. His public service cannot be matched. He truly cares about his job and takes it seriously. We are PBSO proud. Put your hands together and help us welcome the new law enforcement graduating class number 216. These men and women are eager to serve their communities in Palm Beach County. Welcome to the team. Deputy Davis from Orange County is a true testament of perseverance. A year ago, he was seriously injured while at home doing yard work and was unable to walk. Throughout this past year, he focused on walking his daughter down the aisle at her wedding. Check out the smile. Congrats on reaching your goal. Big thanks to the PBSO Reserve Unit for helping make the West Boca Family Festival a success. Their dedication and hard work at the South County Regional Park in Boca Raton kept everyone safe and smiling. 40 never looked so good. Not 40 years old, but 40 years of service. Join us in congratulating Detective Kevin S. Back for his lifetime of dedicated service to our agency and the residents of Palm Beach County. Congratulations to Detective Brittany Christoffel, our Detective of the Month. Her relentless pursuit of justice led to the arrest of the murder suspect in the Baby June case. Her exceptional investigative skills and dedication helped solve this case and bring justice for Baby June. Members of PBSO started their day right with a cup of coffee and a chat with the community. Conversation with the Deputy was a big hit at South Beach Coffee in Lake Worth Beach. PBSO is helping to inspire the next generation of leaders. Our deputies had the privilege of meeting and talking with over 60 remarkable teenagers at the Boca YMCA's 2023 Teen Achievers Summit Career Fair. It was an exceptional event featuring some outstanding young people. PBSO partnered with the Special Olympics for their track and field event this year. Our PAL youth athletes were there to help over 200 Special Olympic athletes. We're grateful to the Law Enforcement Torch Run for kicking off the opening ceremony and for everyone who participated. Taking law enforcement to new heights, we thank the Boca Police Explorers for stopping by to visit our PBSO Aviation Unit. It was truly an exciting day of exploration. Congratulations to our deputies in Lake Park and the North Region for their victory over the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue at the Battle of the Badges, Kickball, and Community Barbecue. We had a great time playing kickball and showcasing our different units. Thanks to everyone who joined us for this centennial celebration event. Great job, PBSO. Now, back to you, Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.